This scared Robert into silence. Rich Dad continued, "The problem is not with me, it's with you. You asked me to teach you how to become rich. I have hundreds of employees, and none of them have asked me how to become rich. They're all just working for money, asking me for a salary. But you are different. Only you and Mike have asked me to teach you how to become wealthy. And I am teaching you now. But this lesson is not taught through words. It requires you to listen with your heart, not your ears. So Robert, if you really want to become wealthy, come and work with your heart. And in the future, I will upgrade our course." Robert asked how to upgrade. Rich Dad said, "From today on, go back and work for me without any salary. Continue to work for me for 3 hours every week." Robert Kiyosaki was stunned. "What is the situation? I come here to ask for a raise, but why I didn't get any salary in the end?" "If you think you are here to negotiate a salary increase, will that really solve your problems? Let me tell you, even if I double, triple, or quintuple your salary, you'll still be poor. Many people believe that they are poor today because their salary is too low. They think that as long as their salary increases, they will become wealthy. No, that's not possible. Money cannot solve any of your problems. Because if you earn 3,000 today, you will spend 2,500 or even all of it. But if I raise your salary from 3,000 to 5,000, you will try every means to spend all 5,000 or even 6,000 or 7,000. Because as your income rises, your expenses will definitely rise. This is why people who earn tens of thousands a month actually face the same life crisis as those who earn only a few hundred a month." At this moment, Robert seemed to understand something. "So, money can't solve any of your problems. Let's talk about your feelings of seeing me twice. The first time you came for an interview, and the second time you came for a raise." Robert Kiyosaki said it was too terrifying. The Rich Dad asked, "Do you want to avoid experiencing such a terror in your life? If you don't learn from me how to become rich, your life would be like spending the months you worked for me as if it were 50 years. That's going to be your entire life. You will constantly meet new bosses, interview, meet new bosses, get a raise, quit, meet new bosses for an interview again, ask for a raise from the new boss again, and quit again. It seems like this is your life. Do you want to live such a life?" Robert Kiyosaki said, "I don't want to. This kind of life is too cruel." "Okay, go back and work for me free of charge. Mike has agreed. You can choose to continue or to quit." At this time, Robert Kiyosaki said, "Okay, I'll go back to work." Robert Kiyosaki was afraid to tell his poor dad about this matter because his poor dad would definitely sue his rich dad if he knew about it. Robert had to grit his teeth and sacrifice his rest time every Saturday to continue working for his rich dad. He worked for another month. 1 month later, Robert finally met Rich Dad for a third time. This lesson is really going to change your life. If you understand this lesson, you will never be short of money in your life. Listening carefully, this is very important. When the two children were working, Rich Dad came and bought an ice cream for each of them. He called the two children out of the store and sat on the grass to chat with them. Rich Dad said, "Robert, Mike, how is working for me this month compared to last month?" The two kids replied that it was much easier. Why is it easier? Because last month all they thought about was, "Oh, it's so hard to earn just 10 cents. This month, since there is no money involved, they feel relaxed and stress-free." Rich Dad said, "That's great. So let's talk about a business deal." "What kind of deal?" "Next month, you'll work for me and I'll start paying you by the hour. And it won't be 10 cents, but 30 cents. How does that sound?" At this moment, Robert Kiyosaki thought, oh my, that's great. With 30 cents, I can buy a new baseball. I can earn 90 cents by working for 3 hours. But he only thought it in his mind and didn't say anything. Then Rich Dad said, But the prerequisite is that I won't teach you anything anymore. I'll only pay you. And at this moment, Robert thought, that's not it. I came here to learn from you. Here, instead of paying 30 cents an hour, I'll give you 90 cents. When he heard 90 cents, a voice in Robert's heart said, accept it, accept it. With 90 cents an hour, I'll be rich kid. Come on, $1, $2, $3 an hour. When Rich Dad shouted $3, Robert Kiyosaki felt extremely excited. Hurry up and accept it, accept it. I will become the richest child in America. Accept it, accept it, accept it. Then Rich Dad said $5. Robert Kiyosaki calmed down instead because it was too outrageous. In the United States of that time, let's not talk about the present moment. That was in the 1950s. At that time, adults couldn't even earn $5. So instead, he felt calm. The ice cream wasn't eaten and it melted, dripping onto his hands. At this moment, Rich Dad said, congratulations, kids. Congratulations, you passed the entrance exam. Finally, I can teach you. If you had agreed just now, I would have paid you a salary, but you would have to become a slave to money for your entire life, working for money all your life. You would never have become wealthy in your lifetime. Robert Kiyosaki said, what does that mean? Next, I want to tell you the biggest difference between the poor and the rich. That's a trap. I call this trap the rat race. Imagine a little mouse trapped in a cage. The little mouse thinks that as long as it runs faster enough, it can escape the cage. But the faster it runs, the faster the cage spins, and it can never escape that cage. This is called the rat race. The poor are not lacking money, but financial intelligence. They lack the ability to create and manage wealth. Robert Kiyosaki still didn't understand. All right, Robert, let me ask you a question. How do these employees who work for me feel about their daily work? Are they excited? Are they happy? No, they are not excited. They are not happy either. Then, how do they feel when they receive their salaries? Are they thrilled? Are they delighted? No, they are neither thrilled nor delighted. After receiving their salaries, they always say the same thing as we do. It's too little. It's not enough. Congratulations. You've hit the nail on the head. Every day, they believe that money is the only solution to their problems. Little do they know that unless they overcome their fear of money and their greed of this materialistic world, they will never escape their own prison. I call this the trap of money. Do you know why many people are poor for a lifetime? Do you know why many people who are already rich, who have become millionaires or even billionaires, end up bankrupt? It is because of these two things. Take note of them. They are very important. One is called fear. The other is called greed. Fear and greed trap you in the mire of financial troubles for a lifetime, leaving you destined to be a pauper. Fear of money. They believe that money can solve their problems. They are afraid of not earning money, not having money to pay rent, not having money to eat, not having money to live. So they have to find a job. And the purpose of their work is to earn money. They believe that earning money can kill that damned fear. But when they earn money, their greed comes. Their greed will make them buy good houses, good cars, good clothes, and spend money crazily on consumption and entertainment, leaving no money left. So in the end, they start to fear again. They begin to be afraid of not being able to pay their bills. They continued to work for money. They are enslaved by fear and greed every day. Their daily routine is to wake up, go to work, and pay bills. Wake up, go to work, pay bills. Robert Kiyosaki said, "Those who become millionaires, don't this problem get solved?" But at this point, Rich Dad said, "Wrong. I have many millionaire friends, and I have many multi-millionaire friends. But when you are with them, you will find they are even more afraid of money than the poor." Robert asked, "What do you mean?" "Because they are more afraid of losing money, losing their social status. They are afraid of losing their reputation. They are afraid of losing their big house. They are afraid of losing their car. They are full of fear about money. When their subconscious is full of fear about money, there is an old saying in China that goes, 'Fear brings what you fear.' Once, there was the richest man in China. That was the founder of Sohu, Mr. Zhang Chaoyang. He is a billionaire. He has luxury cars and mansions, but he suffers from depression. Why did he get depression after making money? Because he's afraid of greedy. Fear and greed are like black hole that can devour everything. It can devour your time, your body, and your soul. Therefore, countless rich people are still tormented by fear and greed. They believe that money can kill fear. It can't. It can never kill it. So, if you want to be rich, you must overcome fear and greed. You all want to learn financial intelligence from me, right? But let me tell you, financial intelligence is not about teaching you how to make money or how to make a lot of money. I'm not interested in teaching you how to make money, how to make big money, because having a lot of money won't solve your problems. Can you understand what Rich Dad is saying here? Anyway, Robert understood it. He asked, "So what should we do?" And his Rich Dad said, "The poor and the middle class work for money, becoming slaves to it. The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them, becoming the masters of money." The first lesson I want to teach you here is that the rich don't work for money. When you stop working for money, you can break out the rat race, overcome your fear and greed for money, and have a chance to become wealthy. Master Joe wonders if everyone can understand the true meaning of Rich Dad after his explanation. Anyway, Master Joe thought he understood it when he first read it years ago. But when he reread the book today, he found that he didn't really understand it. So, what does Rich Dad want to teach these two children instead of teaching them how to make money? The first lesson of this financial intelligence parent-child training camp, The Rich Don't Work for Money, has come to an end here. Master Joe would like to assign homework for this lesson. Buy the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Read the first 2 chapters of this book first, because the first lesson covers the content of first 2 chapters, and then answer the following questions. 1. Rich Dad doesn't want to teach Robert Kiyosaki how to make a lot of money, so what does he want to teach him? Second, what does the phrase, "the rich don't work for money," really mean? If the rich don't work for money, then why do they work? 3. How can I make money work for me? What does Rich Dad really want to teach Robert Kiyosaki? The answer is hidden in the first and second chapters of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Read the first and second chapters and find the answer that Rich Dad wants to give to Robert Kiyosaki. Once you can find this answer, you will never be short of money in your life. You will escape the rat race and avoid falling into the trap of becoming poor. You will never have to struggle in the financial mire again. After reading the book, write down your answer or discuss it in group. Only after completing this assignment can you unlock the next session of the course. Do you want to truly achieve financial freedom? Do you want to become a real wealthy person? Do you want to truly jump out of the rat race? Never be tormented by money again in your life, and never live a life of anxiety and worry again? If you are willing to, please complete the homework for the first session seriously. Here, Master Joe wants to tell you all, I love you as much as I love myself. The next session will be more exciting, and we'll definitely see you there.